Hello and welcome to the Ministry of Miniatures and another battle report. Today we will be doing our Escalation League, which has started with a tale of 4 gamers with 4 players, each progressing per month, increasing their armies. This month is month 1. We've come to the end of month 1 and we've built our 500 point armies, which we'll go through shortly. I've got Olaf here who's going to take on my 8th army with the Australians, and he's got the Deutsche Afrika Korps, so it'd be interesting to see. So tonight's battle is a 500 point battle based somewhere in North Africa. As you can see here, we've got a 4x4 table. We've decided to go 4x4 based on the fact that our armies are right at the beginning of the Escalation League. They're at 500 points, so they're relatively small. So the smaller table should be better for that battle and just make it nice and quick. Quickly going over the table, you can see the 4x4 has 2 buildings. They'll be treated as buildings in the middle, and you can see here they are themed accordingly. There's a road running through the middle. We're going to treat the sand dunes, if you're up against them, as soft cover. The oasis, if you're in the water and slightly lowered, will be soft cover. And that's pretty much it. The scrub is just to break up the amount of yellow on the table. And then we've got 2 lots of sandbags here. Both of those will be treated as hardcover. Okay, so first up is the Australian army. This is based on the Australian army in North Africa that supported the 8th army. And this comes to 500 points. So to start with, I have an officer and attendant, both with submachine guns. I also have the 3 observer, but what I've done is actually paid for 2 people to be his assistants. You can see the token there for the artillery ranging in. So that would be my forward observer team. I then have 2 identical units of Australian diggers. As you can see, there is a NCO at the front with a submachine gun. I then have 8 rifles, one of which is the loader for the Bren gunner at the back. And then lastly, I have a team of Royal Engineers with a few conversions. So as you can see here, I've got mine detector team, wire cutter, and then I've also got a flamethrower, and they've also come equipped with a Bren gun. So all in all, that's 5 dice at 500 points. Okay, on the German side, we've got Olaf's 499 point light, the 90th Light Infantry Division for the Deutsche Afrika Korps. It's made up of 7 dice, so he has more dice in the bag. But to start with, he has the officer here on his own with an SMG. He then has 3 identical squads, which is made up of 1 NCO with an SMG. Then there are 5 riflemen, an LMG and a loader, and that's across all 3 squads, and they're all regular. He then has 2 light machine gun squads, which are the 3-man teams. And finally, he's got an 8-rad, which has an autocannon and medium machine gun. So a bit more firepower than I've got, but we shall be interested to see how it goes. So I shall go back to rolling very shortly. Okay, so today's battle is just going to be basically to kill each other and see who gets the most dice. Most dice wins. What we'll do is we'll roll to see who chooses the board edge. We'll both roll a dice, whoever gets highest. So it goes to 8th Army. I think I'm going to take the side with the bigger building. Sure. So I'm going to take this side. We'll come back with some early deployments. Okay, so to start with, I'm the only person that's got a forward observer or sniper or any pre-manoeuvrable figures. So I've just put my forward observer in the middle building there, overlooking the battlefield. And then we'll start putting dice in the bag and seeing who goes next. Okay, so let's put the dice in the bag. Do you want to do the honours today?
Sure, why not?
British, well, Australian first. So I'm going to bring on a unit to come up behind the building here. So be right back. Okay, so I've just run the Australians, one of the units up behind the building. Should we next dice? Afrika Korps. Do you know what you're going to do?
I do. It is going to be the Alamein.
Yeah.
And not a huge distance forward, just enough to provide a bit of cover.
Very good. Next dice.
Afrika Korps. That's going to be an LMG.
Yeah. Next dice. Is you okay? I've got 7 to my 5, so.
Yeah, you'd think though. I think that's going to be one of these. And that is near enough.
Good. Nice. Next dice. Yeah.
We have the allies.
Right, I am going to bring on my officer squad. We're just going to run up behind these. Good. Afrika Korps. Okay. Right. I'm going to pause. So I've advanced my troops on. I can see there's Afrika Korps, so I might try and take a shot with my Bren gun. But I think they're going to be out of range. It'd be good to test it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so they're within 36 inches. My troops have moved on, so that's movement 4, long range 5, and because they're elevated, it's going to be 5. So let's take some shots. Light machine gun's got 4 shots. Needing 5s, nothing. Worth a go. Right, next dice.
Never hurts.
Me. I've only got my engineers left, so I'll come back in a sec. Okay, so I've just moved my Royal Engineers on here, and I'm just looking to see if they can see the Afrika Korps over there. I think you're probably going to get hard cover from the. No, I think that's soft cover because they're elevated. I think it's just going to be the long distance. A movement 4, we'll say soft cover 5, long range 6. So going 4 shots this time, needing 6s. Nothing. The rest are yours.
Must be. Not doing too much over there. question is whether that is going to be something I can see or not. Ooh, you missed a die.
Ah, that's these guys here. Which actually I can shoot, they've got rifles, but I'm going to range in first.
Okay. I think they should be able to see.
Yeah, it should be able to.
Something over there.
So you've got movement, long range, soft cover, because they're in the gully, like we said. So.
Yep. And just to double check, stats on that are, it is 5 shots.
DD6s.
2.
Very good.
3.
Oh, look at that. That'll teach me. Okay. And you can pause. Ooh, 2. Roll the 6 again.
That's a 1.
Okay, so 2 casualties. And a pin. Right, and then this team just go down because they're going to range in. Okay, so that's end of round 1. As you can see, the Germans are spreading across the field, coming up using cover, and then the Australians have done the same, but quite huddled around here to try and keep as much cover as they can. Just before we start round 2, I'm going to see if my artillery barrage comes in. Right, so let's see what happens with my artillery barrage. So 5. So that comes in as expected. So I'm going to roll a d6, plus 6 is the range. So that's a 4, so that's a 10-inch range. So everyone within 10 inches of that marker is effective. So both of those. Cool. So let's put some markers down. Okay. Right, so let's start with your infantry unit here. I'll roll the dice. So that's a 4, which is D3 pins. So let's roll D3. 1 pin. Let's do your 8 rad. 1, so again D3 pins. 1 pin. The LMG team here. 5, so again D3 pins. 2 pins. And then your unit here. 1. So it's just 2 pins. And that's it. So that can come off. And we can start round 2. Okay, let's see what's going to be first out of the bag. Excellent, thank you. Right. I am going to, my forward observers are going to fire with their rifles at the LMG squad. I've got the 2 pins on them. So if you could just measure for me. It's going to be over 12 inches, so it's going to be...
That's 22, 23.
So it's just going to be long range. So 3 shots, needing 4s. 1. Nothing but a pin. Next dice.
I think my Edrad is going to fire at the observers.
Cool.
So,
Which, using the autocannon, are you?
yeah, using the autocannon. Two and 3, which is nothing.
Yeah. Good. Oh, you did have to take a test for it as well because they've got pin. Because it might remove your pin if you don't. Are they regular?
Yeah.
You can take your pin off. So that would have been correct. Good. Next dice.
That's yours again.
Yeah. Right, I am going to let's move my engineers into. Okay, so I've just moved my engineers into the soft cover here, and they are going to fire at the team up on the hill there. So I've got movement 4, and then I just need to make. Okay, so they're just out to 24 inches, so it'll just be my LMG. So it'll be movement 4, long range 5. So 4 shots, needing 5s. Oh, 2 hits. And I've got a 5, so that's it. 1 dead and a pin. Next dice. Okay, so I'm going to try to activate this squad here with their pin. 5. Yeah, so remove the pin, and I'm just going to do exactly the same. I'm going to fire my LMG, which I know is long range, into that squad again. So no movement this time, it's just long range force. 1 hit. And another kill. So another pin, another kill. Next dice. Oh, it's me again. No. Okay, I'm just going to move my officer. In fact, he's just going to go to hide behind the building here. Good. So Germans.
My officer is going to do the snap 2, which
Is it just a second?
Yeah.
Lieutenant.
Which allows him 1 other, right?
Germans get 2.
2. So it's him, so I get 2 more dice out of the bag,
Yeah.
right? And what do we give him then? I suppose call it a rally for dice. That's what I was asking about, what dice I label him as.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So Olaf's going to put the officer down, and then he's going to try and rally these 2 units with the pins. So which one are you doing first?
Starting with that one.
Okay, so they go on their base rate. Yeah, so they've passed. And then roll a d6, and I think it's d6 plus 1, but I'll check. Oh, so you take 2 off. That's down to 2 pins. And then the other unit, so again on their base rate, the regulars, 8. Yeah, so you got an 8, so you just make it. So again, roll a d6, yeah, so they're clear. And then you just put the dice on rally on both of those. Okay, let's see what's next then. That's you. We should have had a completely different colour die, shouldn't we? But
No, it's close enough.
yeah, it's good.
Different enough. I'm going to move these guys as far forward into the cover as I can. So that's going to be a run.
Yep.
Which gets me thereabouts.
Yeah, that's fine. Just move them up.
Another one.
Again. That's your last unit. I know you got 2, haven't you? Yeah.
These guys are also going to advance up only 6. And fire at the...
Yep. So do you want to measure it and see how far you got?
It's just outside, just 25.
So it's just your LMG can fire,
Five.
Can you? How many can you see of my troops?
Well, I can see two, the prone guy and the one straight
Okay,
behind
so
him,
they
which
get
is the
hard
leader.
cover from this building. So it's movement 4, long range 5, hard cover, so you need 7s. 6 by 6.
That's 5.
Nothing.
Had to try.
Yep. Then you've got another one and I've got another one.
And it is yours.
Right, so I'm just going to return fire from these troops behind the building because only the LMG's in range. And that's going to be just long range. Because you're not hiding behind cover, are you? So I can see your troops quite nicely. So it's 4 dice needing 4s. Oh, 4 hits. So that's a pin on them. And I've got 1 fall. So that's 1 dead, 1 pin. And I think that should be it.
Keep forgetting about my last one. And that is that
Yeah,
LMG.
your LMG team.
And they're just going to advance forward in that direction and take a pot shot.
So do you want to measure the distance? See if it's long range, so if it's more than
Oh, that's 20.
half. Yeah, so that's more, so, because they've got 36 inch range, haven't they? So it's movement 4, long range 5, hard cover, so you need 7s again.
Again, it's better to try than
Yeah.
not.
Otherwise it's a wasted shot. So 2 possibles. Oh, unlucky. Good try though. Right, so that ends round 2. As you can see, the Germans are advancing up on both flanks. The Australians are hunkering in. That's probably where they get the name diggers, because they're digging away down in the slight trench there and hiding behind the walls. But let's see what round 3 holds. Okay, so round 3. Olaf's going to do the honours with the dice again.
And again,
And it's me. So, I think I am going to fire. So those 3 rifles are going to shoot at that squad that I've been pinning on the top there. And let's see how they do. So I just need to remeasure it again. Are you able to measure? See, I think it's going to be long range. It's going to be over 12, isn't it? So
oh yeah, so
yeah, so it's going to be 4s. So 3 shots needing 4s. So that's 2. Just the pin. Okay, next dice.
Afrika Korps gets a go. My Adrad is going to have another go at the guys
Yeah.
on the building. Again, autocannon, 2 dice. And just for everything else, 16.
Yeah, so
Well within.
yeah, so and they're in hard cover because they're behind the walls, aren't they? So 5s.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 hit. And that's a dead. I'll take him off there. And they get a pin.
A little bit more appropriate for magically taking it.
Yes.
Take a pot shot with these guys. So first roll dice to see whether or not they do
Yeah.
anything. 9. No, they do not.
So they go down. At least it gives you a bit more cover if I decide to shoot at them.
And the Afrika Korps has now got a bit of momentum going. This LMG squad also firing at... No, hang on. The diggers.
Which ones are you going for?
The engineers, as I did previously. It is going to be
Long range.
shots, long range,
Soft cover.
and soft cover, so 5s.
Yeah. 3 possibles. Well, it's 3 hits, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's a possible there because they're veteran. So just 1 dead and a pin. Good, next dice.
And it's the Commonwealth.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to move those engineers. So I need to take a test. Yeah, they've got it on a 3, and I'm just going to move them up into the hardcover here. 6 inches. It comes off. Okay, so they advanced behind the hardcover, and now I'm going to take a shot. Let's have a look. Okay, so they're going to shoot at. I was thinking about going for the LMG team that's over there, but as you can see, they're behind the mound. We did say that's soft cover, so it's kind of by and by really as to whether the ones on the top there will be long range. Let's go for the one closest, I think. So I'm going to just add up the shots. Okay, so we just worked out the dice. I've got 4 shots needing 5s because of movement and soft cover. Nothing. And then I've got 5 shots needing 6s because movement, long range and soft cover. Nothing. Good. Right, let's see what the next dice is out of the bag. Okay, so we've got Germans.
Afrika Korps is going to just advance to the corner of the building and spray and pray. And actually SMG is not going to achieve much from there. So that is 20 inches.
Okay, so movement, long range.
SMG is not.
So let's just work out what you can see. So I think you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, so movement, long range, soft cover. That's it. Hard cover. So have you worked out which ones can see and which ones can't see?
Well, pretty much all but 2.
Yeah, because I've got man stuck out here, haven't I?
Yeah. And of yours, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go then. So work out which ones can shoot, and if they've got a line of sight to the troops, they can fire. So he's got 3 riflemen that can see and the LMG. So that is, the red ones are the LMG and the black ones are the rifles. So you've got movement for long range 5, and because you can see more than half the squad, they don't get the cover. So that's just 5s. So actually I might go down. Make it 7s. So you need 6s by 6s.
And nothing.
Cool. Next dice.
He's not relaxed.
Okay, so my LMG here is going to fire again at the unit at the top there. So 4 shots, long range.
I think we're going to go down.
Okay. So long range would be 4s, down is 6s. Nothing. How's that me again? Officer. He's going to go down.
Might as well take a pot shot with them.
Yep.
Basically, the loader and the riflemen are the only two that can do anything. So it's 2 rifles.
Are you doing rifles, are you?
Yeah, the LMG can't see.
Okay.
So 2 rifles.
So is it over 12? Because that'd be long range.
Yep.
And then hard cover. So long range, and then so it's gonna be 6s, isn't it?
Nope.
Okay. So last dice out the bag is the officer.
And he's again going to just rally these guys.
Well, they've already been, so it's up to him to do something now.
Well, in that case, basically.
So ideally, you want him to stay close to any pins you've got to help, but he can move forward, he can go down to get extra cover, but there's no point because I've shot everything. So.
Yeah. Just move forward a tiny bit, get closer, and that's it.
And I think that's it, isn't it? End of round 3.
Yep, not much we can do.
Yeah, so that's the end of round 3. The Germans have advanced up, the Australians have made a little bit of a push into the middle. We've both got 3 casualties, so at the moment it's kind of neck and neck. Let's see what happens next. Okay, round 4. Let's see what happens. Because the first dice.
Afrika Korps.
Yeah. Do you know what you're going to do?
Yes. The Adrad is going to have a pot shot at the diggers behind the sandbags.
Yep.
So that is going to be 2 dice. And that is 20 inches.
Uh-huh. So it's a 3, hardcover 5.
1, 6.
Yeah.
That's a 1. But it's a 1-inch template. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, if you put a 1-inch template down, you could probably get 3 there, so you can roll 3 dice.
Yeah, 1-inch template.
So you've rolled 1 already, which was a 1. So you need to do another 2.
Nope.
3 and a 1. Cool. Well done. But it's a pin.
Which is good. Afrika Korps again. That LMG squad
Yep.
is just going to move a tiny little bit so that he gets
So the LNG
visibility.
spot, yep.
And now it is 5 shots for the LMG and 1 rifle.
No, because it's a team, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Good point.
So movement 4, are they within 24? They are,
Yes,
aren't
that was 22.
they? Yeah, so movement 4, hardcover 6s. Oh, 3 possibles. So you've hit, so that's 2 pins. Yeah, 1, because they're veterans, so roll the 6 again, see if you can knock out something decent. No, so it's 1 dead and another pin. Okay, so next dice, it is me. Okay, so I'm going to run these troops here into the building. Okay, so I'm going to put machine gun and some rifles in there. It's now of the building on the ground floor. There we go. So next dice was Afrika Korps.
LMG squad firing at those guys.
Yep.
This should be 24 if I'm not mistaken, give or take. Oh, it was actually closer last time. 15. Anyway, this is 21. So that is 5 dice. At hardcover.
So long range, hardcover.
6s. next one.
It's mine. Oh, sorry.
I was showing it so that.
I just want to go.
Yeah, of course.
Germans.
Rally these guys,
Uh-huh.
and then go down.
You just rally them.
Okay, so 6.
Yeah, so that's below the original, so 1d6 plus 1 comes off. 5. So yeah, they're pin free. So you just stick and
No,
rally.
that was a 4.
Yeah, plus 1.
Oh.
So you would take 5 off. So now pin free, but you put rally on them. So ready for the next round.
Pins up now. One of yours again.
Good, alright. Okay, I'm going to fire these troops here. I know they've just got the LMG in range, so it's just going to be a long range back onto the rallied troops at the top of the hill there.
Cool.
So 4 shots, needed 5s. Yeah, got 1, so that's a pin at least. And a 6. So just 1 dead. Nothing special.
Slowly work them out. Afrika Korps. Nothing there. Actually, I wonder if I just move that. A fraction. It's not worth it. Again, fire at the observer on the top of the building.
Is that with that unit there?
Which is 16 inches. And that's going to be LMG plus 1 rifleman.
So hard cover, small team. So how far was it? How many inches?
16.
Okay, so the rifleman will be long range, hard cover.
16, sorry.
Yeah, long range, hard cover, plus 1 team. Yeah, 6 got 6s. Is that 1 plus 1? Yep. They said you got to try.
You don't try, you don't win.
Yeah, that's right. Next dice.
That is the allies again.
Okay. Oh, so this team here are going to fire. And they're going to fire at the LMG team that hasn't fired. It's got 2 rifles to be long range. So you got
LMG
4s.
team that hasn't fired.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh well, I'll fire those anyway. So 2 hits.
Which one is this? This one?
That one, yeah. And then needing 4s, like the regular. Oh, I've got 6. So if I get another 6, that's the team wiped out. Oh, no, just 1 dead.
How many rounds is off it?
So 1 pin, 1 dead. And 2 left.
And it is again Commonwealth.
Okay, my officer's going to go down. Next dice.
I'm going to have what of this squad can fire up at the observers again.
So you need to take a test. Yeah, so you clear your pin.
Yep. And that is slot there.
Okay, so LMG and 2 rifles have line of sight. So you got, are they long range?
17 is long range for the rifles.
And how far was it? No, it's
17.
12 inches long range for the rifles, because it's half, more than half.
Yeah. That is 19. So.
Yeah, so that's long range for the rifles, 19, so that's also long range for the LMG. So it's long range 4, hard cover 5, 6, small team 7s.
Nothing.
Is that the last one?
Oh,
it's
there's
you.
one more in there.
Yeah, your officer again. Then that's
It's
it.
just going to go down.
Okay.
Not much else you can do. And then we have the last allied unit.
Okay. Let's take a test with my engineers. The officers nearby. So the veteran, which is normally 10, they've got 2 pins, which makes it 8, and then the officer nearby makes it 9. And it's 11, so they go down. There you go. Pins are good in this game. There you go, so my engineers have gone down. And that's the end of round 4. Not much movement. We've both pushed forward a little bit, but we're kind of digging in. So let's see what happens next.
Next round.
Yeah, welcome back to round 5. Let's see who gets the first dice out of the bag.
Afrika Korps.
Afrika Korps. Well, do you know what you're going to do?
I do. The 8-rad is going to have another pot shot at the... No. He's going to take a pot shot at the building again. The guys on top, the small team,
Yep.
I know. 2 shots only. That is within shortish range.
Shortish.
Yeah. 16.
Yeah, that's within range. So it's hard cover,
6s.
small team.
6s plus. Nope.
Okay.
Front cover is a killer.
Mm.
And another one of these.
So it's Afrika Korps.
LMG team firing at the diggers.
Yep.
So that is going to be 5 dice. 4s, hard cover 6s.
Yep. Nothing. Next dice. Is it you again?
Yeah. Take a test with these guys and also shoot at the diggers.
Yep.
So, test 7.
Yeah, you pass.
And then it is just the LMG firing. Rifles are out of range.
So long range 4.
7s.
No, long range 4, hard cover 6s.
Oh, 6s.
If it's the LMG, yeah.
1.
Yeah, so you got a pin, at least. And roll that 6 again in case you get. Nope. It's another casualty. Sorry, there's no mine, so I'm going to take the mine clearer off. And another pin.
He's useless today. And that is the Aussies.
Okay. So these guys here. Don't do those. Actually, I'm going to do the ones inside the building. So they are going to shoot at the ones up on the hill that I've been firing at all day. Those ones there. So I've got 2 rifles, 3 rifles, and an LMG. Okay, so it's going to be long range. So I've got 4 shots on the LMG and 3 rifles, all needing 4s. Oh, rolling rubbish. So 2, so that's a pin at least, and 1 dead.
And 1 dead.
And 1 dead. Pin and a dead.
That squad is not looking very happy.
Yeah, it's nice.
And it's again.
Okay. Okay, so my LMG here is going to fire at the LMG team up there on the mound, so it's going to be long range. But I've got 4 shots. One possible? No, just a pin on that one, the LMG squad.
This
That's
one?
it, yeah, so 2 pins now. Next dice.
And it's again diggers.
So my office is going to go down.
The officers aren't doing much in this game, are they?
No. Afrika Korps.
I think the LMG squad is going to take a pot shot at the diggers, which was
Long range. Okay, so you need to take a test. So you pass because you've got the officer, so that's 1 pin. So then it's long range, which is 4, hard cover 6, pin 7. One possible? No.
better take that shot if I don't. Diggers again.
Okay, let's try and see if I can move them. 9, so there's an officer, so they're normally 9, they've got 3 pins, so they go down again. Okay,
Is there a flamethrower in there?
there is. That's why I want to get them moving, but they won't move,
Afrika Korps again.
because I made the silly mistake of moving them up.
General area. And run.
Good. Interesting.
And we have
So I've just got these, I think they're my last ones left, aren't they?
we've still got 2 dice in the bag.
So I think they're just going to shoot at your troops that have moved down into the open. So I think they're within 12 as well, aren't they?
14.
14. Well, to the front man. One of that would be.
That's
So if he
12 is literally on the edge of the building.
would go to the front, wouldn't it? Clips him. Yeah, that's so the front one's 12, but the back one would be not. So I've got just a 3, and then the one at the back would be a 4. So I do the 3 first. No, and then a 4. No. Okay, so nothing. But in saying that, I needed to take a test anyway, so. Ah, insane bravery, so there you go. They've lost their pin. Anything left? Yeah, you've got 1 left, haven't you? 2 left.
Okay, first one up. These guys are just going to move a tiny bit so that they all can fire, and again firing at the guys. Actually, no. Do you know what? Never mind. Going to be firing at the diggers in the engineers. Sorry. So it's literally just move forward so they clear the edge of the armored car.
Good. That's going to be movement.
It's about 20 inches, give or take.
So movement, long range, half cover.
So that is 1, 2, 3.
So you should have an
4
NCO with a machine
rifles.
gun and a loader.
That's 4 rifles. That can't be. That makes no sense. That's the LMG. That's the loader. 1, 2, 3, 4 rifles. Yeah. And that's again 6s.
6s by 6s for your movement, which is 4, long range 5, hard cover 7s.
And nothing. And the last one is the officer who's going to go down. Not much else he can do.
It's going to go down. So this could be the last round. We'll have to see. Okay, so back to possibly the last round. The Germans have made a push around the side. The engineers have been kind of pinned down in the middle there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. We've both got 5, 6. You've got 6 on the German side. I've got 5 on the Australian, 6 on the Australian side. So it's neck and neck, but still no one's captured a die. So as we stand, there we go. Let's see who gets the first dice. Okay, let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, I need to deal with these Germans over here, so I'm going to move up and attack those. So just see what happens with it. Okay, so I've just moved the Australians up so they can see those guys there in the open, but it is movement 4, long range 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles and the LMG. So long range 4, movement 5, 2, so that's a pin. And 1 dead. It's just 1 dead and a pin. Next dice.
And it's again another Aussie one.
Okay, these guys here are going to fire down at them 2 again. So 2 shots. First one was just needing 3 and the other one 4. So 3. So 1 hit, so that's another pin. And it's only a 3. So just another pin. Next dice. Me again. How did this happen? Okay, the guys in here are going to shoot at your guys that have come out into the open over there. So inside the building I've got an LMG and 3 rifles at the windows. You just measure the window to your guys.
That is 14.
14 inches. Okay. So the LMG is just 3s. They all hit. And the rifles will be 4s. So that is 6 hits. So definitely got a pin. Ooh. So 3 kills. But I'm going to roll them again in case there's anything. No, just 3 kills. Your choice.
And just 1 pin.
And 1 pin. Yeah. Okay, who's next?
And it's again.
No, how can it be me again? Okay, the engineers are going to try and move. Let's use these dice. So double 6, let's look at what a foobar will be. Right, so let's roll a dice. And I've got a 2 on the foobar chart, friendly fire. I don't move, but I fire. Choose a target within 12 inches. So that'd be the one behind, won't it? Here. Or the officer. Who do you want to fire at within 12? Right, so fortunately, the flamethrower is out of range. So there's 1, 2, 3. So he's got an SMG, so he's out of range. He's the flamethrower, he's the loader, he's a loader. So there's only 2 rifles that can shoot. So that would just be 2 shots, and they're within 12, did we say?
Yep.
So it's just 3s, but 2 shots. And I don't think the pins, oh no, the pins do count. So 3, so it'll be 6, so I've got 1, so that's a pin at least, and 5, there's 1 dead. There's another 1 dead, and a pin. My engineers have been rubbish.
And the Afrika Corps gets a go.
Yeah. Now you can light me up.
Yeah, I suppose I can. These guys are going to take a pot shot if they are successful. 7, which
Yeah.
is good enough.
8 and 9 just, so you go down to 1 pin.
And that is basically the LMG, which is that, and
4 rifles.
2, 3, 4 rifles. Yes.
So if you want to measure the range, so you've got pin, which is 4. And that's probably long range for the rifles. 5 is the LMG within. Oh yeah, so it's all, they're all 5s. All long range. So what's that, 4? And 1 dead. So pin and a dead. Next dice.
And it's the Aussies again.
Yeah, Smartphone is going to go down. And I believe the rest are all yours, aren't
Okay, let's start with this one. Okay, LMG firing at the engineers again. So just to reconfirm all the various bits and pieces, it is 5 dice. That is 15, give or take a bit.
you?
14,
so
15.
it's fine for the range. It's just hard cover. So 5s.
2.
Yeah, so that's another pin. And another dead.
Another one here. Take a shot with these guys if they
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pretty much the same, except that it's going to be long range. Yeah, that's 20. And it's going to be 2 rifles extra. No, sorry, 1 rifle. So
Yeah,
machine gun
and,
doesn't count.
yeah.
And that's going to be
Long range,
5,
hard cover.
6s. Yeah.
Nothing. You can move that pin from behind them as well, because they took it after them.
What's next? Another one of mine. Might as well take another pot shot with that LMG at them. That's 5. 2.
1, because it's 6 as you need, isn't it?
Oh.
Long range, hard cover.
Good point.
So neither of those would have killed, hit anyone, would they?
Yeah, no, 4. Oh, there's still 3 dice in the hole.
Should have been you. So you got your 8 rad, those infantry,
These guys, well,
and your officer.
they're going to take a pot shot at the guys.
Yeah, so you need to take your
Oh, no,
10.
no, I lied. They're going to do there again.
Diggers. Yeah, so take
It's
10.
stupid not to.
10.
No, they do not.
Take it down.
Down. Next one up. The 8 rad is also going to take a pot shot again with its 1-inch template. 2 dice, 5 and a 3.
So 5 hits. And you probably get 3 there.
A little bit spread out. I'm inclined to go for 2, not 3.
Okay, I'll be happy with that.
Nope.
Okay.
D3. Well, the D3 was.
So D2 pins. So that's 2 pins. They ain't doing anything, are they?
I somehow don't think so.
And then I think it's your officer.
That's him. There's not much else he's going to do. Just move sideways a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Well done.
So, let's see if we have another round. So, we're going to have one final round to see what happens. Just put it back to 1, or we can move it off together because it's the last round, isn't it? So.
Just move it off.
Okay, so round 7. At the moment it's a draw with no casualties. Dice taken, that is. So, you take the first dice for us? Oh, it's me. Okay, the troops in the building here are going to open fire on your...
Down.
You get down, are you?
Be sitting on 2.
So it would have been 3s and 4s, now it's 5 and 6s. So the LMG is 5s, 2, and then the rifles are 6s. So 2 hits. 1 dead. And a pin. But that's mute anyway, because they're... Okay, next dice.
Again.
Okay, the 2 guys on the top here. Oh no. These guys here, we're going to take an order test, which is 3, so they lose a pin. So I'm just going to open fire on those guys open over there. I'll just work out. So I've got 3 rifles on the LMG, all in long range, so just needing 4s. No, I got 1. Can you believe it? It's a pin though. Just a pin.
Okay.
Next dice.
Afrika Korps. We're going to take care with those guys. Hopefully they remove all the pods. 4 is good enough.
Yeah, so they lose 1 pin.
And fire at the ones that just shot at us.
Yeah.
So that's 5 with the LMG. 6, 7, 8, 9 dice.
So 9 dice, long range and a pin. So needing 5s. Ooh, 3. So that's another pin back on. Ooh, 1 dead.
So definitely even, I'd say. Afrika Korps again.
Okay.
If they make their test, fire at the engineers again.
Yeah. And they do. So long range, I'll cover. Yeah, so you've got 1. Because it's long range, would be 4, hard cover 6s. Nothing but a pin.
Basically, not going anywhere.
Almost pinned him out.
And
It's me. Okay, so the guys on top here are going for that unit down there. 2 rifle shots. They're in the open, so it's just going to be...
And they're down.
Huh?
They're down.
Oh, are they?
if you recall, your guys in the building shot.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to go for... Oh, hang on, I'll come back. Okay, so they're actually going to fire the LMG squad over here that hasn't been yet. So it's just going to be long range. So 2 4s I need, basically. 2 hits, so that's a pin on them at least. See if we can get 6. No, I've got a 4, so that's 1 dead. Who's next? Afrika Korps.
I'm going to take a pot shot with these guys again at the ones in the sandbag emplacement, and that's again 5 + 1 is 6, and it is long range 6 on 6s.
1 possible.
It should be.
Yeah, no, it's 6s by 6s. You've rolled 6 then 5.
Pin at least, isn't it?
Huh?
Pin at least.
Yeah. No, because you didn't hit. You need 6 by 6.
Good point. Sorry. Mind the brain.
Just checking I've still got.
If. Yep.
Yeah.
3.
So your pin goes.
Good. 5 shots there.
Are you shooting them?
Same ones again?
Yep.
Keep going, keep going. That's basically all it comes down to. So this is a 14, give or take a bit.
Uh-huh.
Hard cover,
So
5s.
Yeah. 2. That's another pin. No, the veteran. Right, should we see if we can do anything with them? So there'd normally be 10, so that's 8 pins would make it, I need a 2, and I've got the officer there, which makes it 3s. No, they go down. That's just my officer. That's it. Okay, I'm just going to have to go down with my officer. I can't really get anywhere to shoot anyone, so they'll just go down. And I believe the rest are all yours.
One of which
Officer and...
says he's not going to do anything. And
Yeah,
then-
A-grade.
And he's going to take another pot shot at the dug-in engineers.
No, because they're behind hard cover and they're down. So that's it. So I do believe that it's a draw, 0-0. Neither has managed to get any dice.
Typical for Africa, though.
Yeah, but you know, you put a push up here. My engineers probably made a mistake by going up into that cover. I was trying to get forward and either assault or try and flamethrower your 8 rad to get a dice, but it didn't pay off. I got stuck in the mud. But yeah, that's the end and a draw. So
we're
we've
too cautious.
yeah, me too. So we've got points each. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and look out for our next battle coming soon.